Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to Art with 100 Hues, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to use the Lasso and Selection tool. Let's get started. So this is my beautiful example. It's just a bunch of shapes and dots, and it's obviously not beautiful, but it is a great example of, like, let's say this is a whole put together artwork and it's all on the same layer, just so you know. As you can see, it's all on the same layer, and I'm going to show you how to use these tools. So for example, the selection tool is going to move everything that is on the layer, unless it is working with the lasso tool, which we'll get to later. It's moving everything that is, again, that's on this layer, and you can just freely move it around however you want. Snapping is a great thing to do if you want precision. However, sometimes it can get pretty annoying if you want it in a specific spot, but it won't let you because it's so close to a perfect point, but it's not quite there yet. So you can turn that off here. Magnetics is pretty similar, however it's a little bit less annoying personally, but I still love both of these tools, just in specific uses. Then you can flip, both horizontal and vertical. You can rotate. You can fit it to the canvas. Then here you have this. I will not be going too deep into that, just because this is like a beginner video, so this is not too necessary. We also have these options at the top. We have distort, which is you can basically just move it. You can, experiment around with that. I find that this is fun and can be used very in a very cool way, like in actual paintings or drawings, if you know how to use it correctly. Then we also have warp, which I find very nice to use, especially if you have like a drawing of like something that's detailed and the shapes need to be very accurate. If you messed up the shape a little bit, you can just kind of move the shape around. However, it's also really fun to move it around like that. With warp also comes the advanced mesh, which just gives you these dots right here, so you can drag the dots individually and it's just a little bit more precise. If that is what you're looking for, that is how to get it. You can also just tap it again to turn that off, and now you have the basic version of warp back. Now the lasso tool is up here, and you see that nothing really happened except for this menu down here. So probably the first thing that you're gonna that's gonna be on is freehand. So by that meaning you can literally select anything. It literally works as like a brush, because you can undo it, redo it, pretty much whatever. And there are really cool things that you can do with this. So first I'm gonna select the triangle. Now there are several things. As you can see, the options down here now have been enabled just because you have that shape now selected. First I'm going to show you how the selection tool and lasso tool both work together. So now that you have the triangle selected with the lasso tool, you can click on the selection tool up here. I'm going to go to uniform and move only the triangle. Now when you get out of that, it's still on the same layer, but you just moved it. Now let me go back to okay. Now here are a bunch of tools that can be very helpful when you are drawing just freely in Procreate. There is, for example, add, remove, invert. Basically it inverts the selection, so now everything is selected except for the triangle. You can click it again to undo that. Then we have copy and paste. Now we have this triangle, not only on this bottom layer, but also on this top layer. However, it's just the triangle on the top layer. Okay. Now we have feather, we have save and load. Color fill is really cool. It just fills that whole shape with the color that you have selected up here. We have clear, which will just get rid of it. And you can really just experiment around with those settings. The other sections up here are also kind of fun to experiment around with. They're pretty self-explanatory once you understand. The rectangle, you just draw rectangles. It's not freehand, it's not a brush anymore. You just have that rectangle. Same with the ellipse. Automatic is pretty cool. You just click on the shape and it automatically selects that part. Again, invert, it still works like that. It's actually really cool. And again, you can experiment around with those things. And that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and I hope to see you next Sunday with my brand new video. Have an amazing day. Bye!